Right, here we go. Hey guys, something a little bit different today. Okay, this is more of a channeled message, okay? And I'm going to pick 6 cards in the pack. And you get a choice of 1 to 6 cards. And if you pick one, this will be a lesson that needs to be learned in this lifetime. Okay, so this is just one lesson that's meant to be learned and overcome in this lifetime. If it resonates with you, take the message. If it doesn't, it's okay. Right, here we go. I'm going to pick 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yay, I can count. Right. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pick a card that you feel drawn to. Give you a few seconds to choose. And then we're going to go for lesson 1. So if you pick card 1, here is a lesson that needs to be learned again, if this message resonates for you. This is actually about, basically, the Page of Cups is more about giving out love to others as well. And what I'm picking up about this is, it's more to do with allowing yourself to be open and really tell others that you care about them. Because I know myself, I've been blocked for years and years and years when I was rejected by somebody I really liked when I was younger, and I loved him for years, and I was rejected. And after that, it really put me off opening up for years again after, in case I had the same rejection. And I always was very sheltered in that respect, and I was always terrified to reach out and say, do you know what, I really, really like you, and just to go for it. So if you pick group 1, the lesson you're trying to overcome, this is just one of your lessons, is to really, when you feel something and you feel it strongly, don't be afraid to tell the person, okay? Because you're not going to really lose. If they leave your life, they're not meant to be in your life, and they're going to make way for somebody that is meant to be in your life. So it's really being, I hear the words gung-ho here, which means really going in there and just saying it. So there's somebody around now for months and months, and you're holding off saying, do you know what, I really like you. It's almost like trying to tell you to reach out. Don't hide how you feel anymore. You shouldn't be hiding how you feel anymore. It's now time to kind of admit your feelings and just say it. And I know how terrifying that is, guys, but this is one of your lessons, is to overcome the fear about pretty much telling people how you feel when it comes to love and relationships, and telling people you care, but because of the fear of rejection. So one of the lessons here is almost trying to get rid of that fear of rejection in this life and being more open in your heart. Okay, lesson 2. Well, should I say group 2? Here is your lesson. That makes more sense, doesn't it? Right. The page of, the Queen of Swords, straight away. I had that in my head straight away. That's why I said the page. This is about boundaries. If you picked this group here, it's all about becoming this person, okay? Doesn't mean you need to be uncaring or anything like that. The Queen of Swords actually means somebody that's highly intellectual. And she's the kind of friend that we all need, that will just tell people what they probably don't want to hear. So if they're being messed around by somebody, she's the type to turn around and say, do you know what, he's messing you around. No one else is telling you. And you may come off as the bad person, but in a way, if you picked group 2, in a way, you're almost like a spiritual teacher yourself. And you are telling people what they don't want to hear, but what they need to hear, okay? And this also comes through with family and relationships. So anybody that's around you that could be using all your energy, a very empathic group, by the way. If you picked card 2, this is a very empathic group that can be easily drained by people close to them. This is all about, one of your lessons you need to overcome in this life is by creating stronger boundaries and really telling people, laying down the law, I hear, laying down the law. So if you're being forced to do something, this is definitely a group that has to say, no, I do not want to do that. I want some time for myself. There's nothing wrong with saying you want time to yourself, guys. It's such a simple thing to say. And I never felt like I could say it before. I was like, well, I'm a bit tired and I've got work and I've got this and I've got that. And you find them talking you around. But if you actually turn around and say, no, I actually want time to myself tonight, how are they going to respond to that? There's not much they can really say. So this is you being more assertive again. Group 2, one of your lessons is to be more assertive and say what you want and say what you mean, okay? If somebody's messing you around, if, you know, it's really about creating strong boundaries. I keep hearing assertive, to be more assertive. That is one of your lessons, Group 2, because you're extremely empathic. A lot of people come to you, can drain your energy, and it's about creating stronger boundaries. And I hear telling people what they don't want to hear all the time, you know? No one likes to do that to people, but I mean, I do it a lot in tarot reading and love readings. I have to tell people what they don't want to hear. But I'd rather them move on and, you know, meet somebody that's going to treat them really well than be with somebody that's not giving them the time of day, basically. So it's a hard one, Group 2, but I do feel an aspect of spiritual teaching in there as well. Group 3. God, I talk so quickly sometimes. The moon, okay? Group 3. One of your lessons is literally your inner self, and this would be what we would say our shadow self, okay? So this is the kind of group that will, again, they're the kind of group to lock in feelings and emotions and brush it under the carpet and try and get on and ignore it, okay? This could be to do with, again, this group particular, I feel childhood memories that have been painful. It could be, randomly I'm getting this now, guys, somebody that might have had divorced parents and there was a painful separation when they were younger and they really struggled to move on from it. And also some of the things in the past that are making you have bad connections and relationships now in the future to do with men. So if you pick this group here, one of your lessons will be, a major lesson, will be trying to work out why you are doing the things you are doing. And if you are in this group, you'll probably find out that things are very repetitive. You will attract the same bad boy towards you all the time, the same guy that doesn't want commitment. You keep thinking, how the hell is it me? And my friend's got this happy relationship and I keep attracting the same guy. You are literally in a repetitive pattern if you picked Group 3, okay? And you really need to work on releasing past hurts and pain to move forwards. So this is literally looking at the hidden aspects of yourself, the things you're trying to hide from people, okay? Really looking back. And a lot of this is connected to past hurt and pain. Okay, it's not washing over it, it's really going deep here and thinking, well, why do I keep attracting this kind of person? Why do I keep letting them treat me the way they do? Where's this, you know, why am I so, why don't I respect myself? Like, you know, what is it that I can't respect myself? I can't explain it. It's like when people mess you around and call, this is a walk over group, okay? So you might have a few guys here that have pretty much walked all over you and treated you badly. God, we've all been there, guys, but hidden aspects of yourself, sit with it, I hear. You need to sit with these problems and work out why. And especially if you're starting to have a pattern with a particular kind of guy or woman that's coming into your life, you really need to sit with it and look at your past and work out why this is coming in. And that's how you overcome it. Exploring hidden issues, okay? I do feel that's a past card as well. Right. If you pick card 4, this is your lesson. Right, straight away, looking into the future, not the past, okay? This group here are probably more consumed with the past and being a very sentimental kind of group. And looking back at, especially, for example, a lot of the love readings I do will be people that could be attached to people like they think they're a twin flame and they've been in their lives for 20 years, but they never stepped forward. That's an example. One of your lessons is to move forward. So if you have somebody like that now that's been told they're your twin flame or soulmate and you're holding back for months or months, it could have been years for this person and they're still not reaching out, they're still not trying to actively date you or make it, you know, exclusive, anything like that. One of the lessons you've got here is a hard one. It's to move on. Because if they are meant to be with you, they're going to be with you further down the line anyway. But you should not be putting your life on hold for them, okay? This is all about new experiences. This is about travel, looking at the world, you know, new goals, not looking back at the past. Not looking back at the past with sadness. It's all about moving on, overcoming obstacles, okay? So again, looking into the past too much, you need to look forward. This is all about looking outwards. If it was the 3 of Wands, it would be about looking inwards, okay? So one of your lessons is to really try and move on now. And I do feel in this group, it would be somebody that would have a very, very old connection, maybe twin flame, soulmate. It could even be going back to somebody you had at school. It was like a boyfriend when you were like 16. But there's this attraction and connection there still to this day that you're really struggling to break off. And it's saying, get on with your own life. If they're meant to come back, they will. But you need to carry on your own life. You can't wait for these people, okay? Do what you want to do now. Now it's your time. Where do you want to go? What countries do you want to travel to? What job do you want to do? What's your dream job? How will you get there? Do you want to go back to study? There's so much here about growth and looking forward. How many cards? Because I can't count. 5. Right. Again, so this is channel message, okay? One of your life lessons, group 5. Guys, I feel for this group, because this has always been a difficult one. It still is for me. Okay. The 9 of Swords is all about anxiety and fear. This is a huge thing. So especially if you pick this group, this would be about managing your emotions and your thoughts better and what you think about. So a lot of people in this group are likely to have highly imaginative, overactive minds. They're very intuitive, this group, by the way. This is the type of group that would be very good at reading. They're very good at reading people. You may even do cards yourself, okay? You're very good at picking up on other people's feelings and emotions. It's almost like empath, but I'm getting more intuitive with this. There's an intuitive thing with this group and the way you read people. This is about conquering your fears and anxieties. Especially important in this group would be meditation, massively. Now, meditation could be so simple. It can be just sitting there, and if you wanted to connect to your higher self, for example, even if you just focus on your breathing and the lungs, and even if you do that for a few months, okay, then it will go on to focusing on your heart, and then your heart will open up more. But go into channeling your higher self, guys, because I've been doing this recently and it's been brilliant. It's really good exercise. But this group is about overcoming anxiety. I keep hearing again and again, calming your mind, okay? One of the lessons in this life is to calm your mind. You will think more clearly. You will have the answers you need. At the moment, it's like you're going around in circles repetitively. And this is the kind of group that will be awake till 5 in the morning worrying about the same thing, okay? Which is me as well, okay? But really important. It's about controlling your emotions in this life. It's all about your mental health here, if you pick this group, and overcoming it and anxiety. Again, I keep getting meditation. Meditation if you pick this group here. Overactive mind, that's what I'm getting. And again, you've been given that lesson because they really believe you can overcome it, okay? If anyone's looking at that now, that group. Last group here, okay? So one of your life lessons. Now, the Lovers. Now, you might actually think that this is just about finding the love of your life, your soulmate, or anything like that. For me, it's actually connecting. Very strong group here with the Sun. And this is almost like Source looking down on you. I know it's an angel, but I'm picking up this is more Source. Connecting to your higher self, also connecting to your feminine and masculine energies as well, and finding more balance in your life, because one of them may be off when it comes to feminine and masculine energies here, and the divine. This is all about self-love if you pick this group. Now, what you'll probably know is, I don't know if you're like me, guys, but most of these groups, I can take a lesson from every single one. Don't worry too much, okay? This is the focus at the moment and in the coming months. This is one of the main lessons in the coming months, okay? Definitely about what I'm picking up here is not trying to find this person, trying to find this person here, okay? Forget this person for now. They can go, or forget this person if you're a guy. But overall, or either way, it's all about the divine here. If you pick this group, it's about the divine. It's about Source. It's about connecting to your higher self. It's about self-love. It's about morning affirmations, okay? So you know your worth. This is all about knowing your worth if you pick this group. It's actually a beautiful card. It's a really nice card. But I do just keep picking up. It's not about these people here. It's about connecting to here, which is Source. It's all about Source if you pick this group. And you will get there, because this card is a massive self-esteem card here. And I just don't feel you really like... You also might find that your eating's completely out of whack if you pick this group, that your sleeping's all over the place. And a really good place to start if you pick this would be to have more structure in your life. So more structure when it comes to, potentially it could be eating, for example. I'm a terrible eater. You know, I eat at 10 at night, then 1 in the afternoon. You know, this is all about getting more of a routine in your life to help you connect to source here and your higher self, and all about self-love. And that's it, guys. Sorry, I literally ran out of breath at the end. But that was just a super speedy reading, and I will do more in the future. Bye, guys.